Hey guys, welcome back. Now, as many of you know, I'm a huge fan of cryptocurrencies. I believe that crypto is the future of money and will also revolutionize many different aspects of finance and business practices. Anyone that has been involved in the world of cryptocurrency for any decent amount of time has likely made an astonishing return on their investment. But the world of crypto is not all sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Crypto has a darker, more nefarious side. Crypto is largely a new frontier, the Wild West reimagined, where regulations are sparse and blatant fraud runs wild. So in this video, we will explore some of the biggest crypto scams, thefts, and Ponzi schemes in the world of crypto. And I don't mention these scams to scare people away from investing in crypto, but rather to make sure that investors do their own due diligence and understand some of the various risks involved, and to never, ever invest more money in a project than you can reasonably afford to lose. All right, so let's get started. We couldn't rightfully make a video about the world's worst crypto events without mentioning MtGox Hack. MtGox was one of the first centralized exchanges for trading Bitcoin. This was all long before Bitcoin or cryptocurrency became the relatively mainstream phenomenon that it is today. By 2013 and into 2014, it was the largest Bitcoin intermediary in the world. And it was the largest Bitcoin exchange, handling over 70% of all Bitcoin transactions worldwide. However, in February of 2014, MtGox ceased trading operations and immediately began filing bankruptcy protections, as they had somehow managed to lose 840,000 Bitcoin. At the time, that was valued at roughly $460 million. Now, you got to remember that at the time, the crypto world was not very large, so $460 million was a ton of money. Now, some people called it a hack, others called it an inside job, but regardless of the circumstances, it became clear that MtGox had many security flaws, and the hack didn't even occur in 2014. In fact, it likely began as early as 2011, and MtGox either never noticed the missing funds or willfully chose to not report it. Back in June of 2011, hackers got a hold of MtGox auditor's computer and changed the internal price of Bitcoin to 1 cent. And so once the price was set at 1 cent, they just went out and bought huge swaths of Bitcoin at this artificially reduced price. Furthermore, the MtGox private keys were never even encrypted and was stolen back in 2011. But honestly, we really shouldn't be surprised by this complete lack of security and proper accounting, as the MtGox website was originally purchased to sell Magic the Gathering trading cards. Yep, that's right. MtGox stands for Magic the Gathering Online Exchange. These guys started trading playing cards and later decided, hey, let's get into this whole crypto thing. So it's not exactly surprising that their security measures were incompetent, to say the least. While the value of the lost Bitcoin was $460 million in 2014 when it was reported, at today's prices, it would be valued at nearly $52 billion. Up next, we have Onecoin. Onecoin is such a surreal scam, partially because it operated for years, but also because it was never even a cryptocurrency. Yeah, that's right. They were promoting this coin for years that never even had a blockchain attached to it. Mind-boggling. Onecoin was launched by Ruja Ignatova. I'm sure I mispronounced that name. She was a Bulgarian who self-described herself as the crypto queen. Over a 3-year period, through flashy launches and catchy messaging, she convinced people from over 175 countries to buy packages of educational materials and Onecoin tokens. She told these people that they were going to get rich and made them believe they were part of something big. Turns out this big thing they were all part of was a big scam. The token was never even a real cryptocurrency and was not traded on any exchanges, but rather had its own platform and used multi-level marketing, or MLM practices, to incentivize people to sell to friends and family, creating a giant Ponzi scheme. Official records show Onecoin made off with around $4.9 billion. However, these figures do not factor in leaked papers with data ranging from 2014 to 2017 during the first crypto boom. So unofficial estimates have Onecoin scamming nearly $20 billion. The founder of Onecoin vanished in 2017, and her brother took over as the CEO of Onecoin before he was later arrested for fraud. To this day, the original founder has not been found and has been the focus of a 9-part docuseries by BBC titled The Missing Crypto Queen. Another famous example of a crypto exchange failing is Canadian juggernaut Quadriga. Quadriga was Canada's largest crypto exchange. However, in early 2019, the exchange disclosed that their founder, Gerald Cotton, had died of complication from Crohn's disease while on a trip to India. What's worse is that the exchange said that he was the only user that had access to the cold wallets, holding some $145 million in customer tokens. Without access to these cold wallets, the funds in them were, for all intents and purposes, gone forever. But if all that sounds fishy, you're probably right. Turns out the CEO had been using fake accounts on his own exchange to buy customers' Bitcoin using Canadian dollars that didn't exist, and then move those stolen tokens to take risky bets on other exchanges. In addition, he had begun taking flying lessons and other preparations that would, in theory, be useful for a life on the run, and signed a will just 2 weeks before suddenly traveling and dying in a foreign country somewhere. Auditors later found several of Quadriga's supposed cold wallets, but many of them had been dormant for years. Another way people scam unsuspecting investors is through what is known as rug pulls. In a rug pull, a new coin is listed, usually on a decentralized exchange or DEX like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, because these types of listings can often avoid any type of auditing prior to listing the tokens. Once the coin is listed and investors start buying it, the creators of that project simply disappear. The website, the servers, everything is shut down. Websites promoting the coin, such as Twitter accounts, they suddenly go offline and the entire project goes dark. The most recent example of this is a cryptocurrency called Squid Game, named after the wildly popular Netflix series by the same name. The digital cryptocurrency began trading on PancakeSwap on October 26th for a mere 1 penny per coin, and rapidly exploded in popularity, reaching a price of over $600 per coin a week later. And that's when the program was quickly dismantled and the creators of the Squid Game coin had disappeared just as quickly as the coin had appeared. It's estimated that the creators of this coin made off with about $3 million worth of funds from different investors. So what can you do to protect yourself? While nothing is ever foolproof, there are some steps that you can take to ensure that your funds are secure. First off, always invest in reputable projects that have an established track record. Stay away from meme coins trying to capitalize on hype. There are literally hundreds of different coins with some naming iteration of Doge, Shiba, or Flocky, all trying to capitalize on Dogecoin's meme success. It's highly unlikely that any of these thousands of different coins will be worth anything a year from now, much less 5 or 10 years down the road. Secondly, there's an old adage in the crypto world that says, not your keys, not your crypto. When reasonably possible, hold your crypto in a private wallet, either a cold wallet such as those made by Ledger Nano, or online wallets such as MetaMask. If your funds are on an exchange such as Coinbase or Binance, then those funds are theoretically at risk for hacking or just outright fraud from someone inside the company running off with your funds. If you're going to be using your own crypto wallet, be sure to remember your crypto seed phrase and never, ever give anyone access to that seed phrase, as anyone who has access to that seed phrase effectively has full control over any crypto that is inside that wallet and can simply withdraw it whenever they want. Now, the downside to that is obviously if something happens to you and you die, then unless someone else has access to that crypto wallet, the funds are gone forever. So personally, I have my crypto seed phrases written down and stored in a safe deposit box at the bank that my family will have access to in the event that something were to happen to me. And finally, the age-old adage of if it's too good to be true, it probably is. This also applies to crypto projects. If a project is promising to make you rich, it almost certainly will make you poor after they scam you out of all your money. In the end, crypto is fantastic, but be sure to protect yourself and never, ever invest more than you can reasonably afford to lose. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, and as always, I'll see you all again next time. Thanks.